do so, but the government is doing the opposite. There's no discussion in the public. They spring it like a thief in the night to subvert democracy, the principle of the separation of powers, and undermining the rule of law. This action by the NDP, it affects fair elections, equal treatment under the law, and whether power has limits. Today it's the election rules. Tomorrow it could be anything.
Dr. Gonzalez also criticized the lack of public consultation surrounding the proposed changes. He argued that no meaningful national discussion has taken place, despite the far-reaching implications of the amendment, and warned that altering constitutional provisions could have a direct impact on election laws, potentially affecting the fairness of future elections.
You really can't run the race and then move the finish line afterwards. You can't change the rules afterwards. You can't use the Constitution as a weapon to win a court case. This constitutional amendment is undermining the rule of law. Laws must be certain and predictable. Retroactive changes undermine trust in elections and democracy. If the law can change after the fact, then the law means nothing. It's an abuse of parliamentary power.
Dr. Gonzalez urges greater transparency and dialogue, emphasizing that constitutional reform must prioritize the interest of the nation rather than individual agendas. The amendments come in light of a court case challenging the eligibility of members of parliament. Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Godwin Friday and Minister of Foreign Affairs Honorable Dwight Fitzgerald Bramble, who both hold Canadian citizenship. Meanwhile, on radio, government senator and lawyer Honorable Jamali John explained the amendments that are to be made and to be debated by lawmakers.
Well, the Constitution itself is not being amended, right? What we are in fact doing is removing the ambiguity, because there is some ambiguity. If there was not an ambiguity, we would not have this case before the court right now. And it's not just ambiguity, so that we know exactly what the Constitution says. Well, the ambiguity is in relation to what is the meaning of foreign power or state, right? Mm-hmm. There are some who say that as long as you hold dual citizenship, it doesn't matter which country you hold it, you must be a citizen of St. Vincent and Grenadines and a citizen of St. Vincent and Grenadines alone. That is to say, if you, by your own act, find citizenship elsewhere, right, and you swore allegiance to any other country, that you are barred from holding a seat in the local parliament.
Senator John added that the proposed amendment would exclude Commonwealth countries. He noted that Parliament is the place where laws are made, while the courts are responsible for interpreting them.
I will make is that Parliament has a specific role and function, and so does the court. The court is not there to make laws. The court is not there to change laws or to repeal laws that rest with the Parliament. The court is there to interpret the laws that Parliament passes. Right. And so if the role and function of the Parliament is to make, change, and repeal laws, then we should not say, oh, well, let the judges do it. No. The Parliament is the lawmaking body of St. Vincent and Grenadines. Right. And the Parliament will continue to make laws, amend laws, repeal laws as they see fit, and give direction to the policy positions that we think best. Right. Right. We don't leave judges to make those determinations for us.
Senator John said that the amendments are also being proposed to take retroactive effect. Prime Minister Dr. Honorable Dr. Godwin Friday participated in a high-level Caribbean Leaders Open Dialogue hosted at the World Bank under the theme From Policy to Paychecks Dialogue. At the meeting, Prime Minister Friday highlighted his government's position and approach to improving the lives of citizens. He stated that his administration is also focusing on private sector partnerships, underscoring their critical role in driving economic growth.
What we need is for us all to sort of come together and say, well, what are the things that we can manage better? That is to give the assurance that investors will be able to have a reliable and predictable legal, juridical framework in which to operate. That if you invest in a particular enterprise, you don't necessarily have to have the blessings of any particular minister, and you don't have to be friends of any particular minister. What you need to do is to have a good plan. You follow predictable rules, and the state will respond accordingly to ensure that you can benefit from that investment.
Dr. Friday also shared St. Vincent and the Grenadines' high debt burden, which his government is seeking to reduce. He said this is directly affecting the population, hence the urgent need to address it.
When we campaigned in the elections 4 months ago, it wasn't told just to the business people, it was the ordinary folk who were finding things very difficult. Difficult things that are, we should have been, by now, be able to take for granted. Putting food on the table, paying for medical bills, basic medical bills I'm talking about, blood pressure pills and stuff for diabetes and so forth, chronic illnesses in our country. So these are some of the challenges that we have to meet. So at the same time, we don't want to say to the people in the private sector, listen, we are going to tax you more because we have to meet these social needs. We have to find a way in which to address them without putting pressure or excess pressure on those entities that generate the funds in the first place.
The IMF or World Bank meetings started on Monday and concluded on Saturday. Prime Minister Friday also indicated that he is seeking debt swap at the meetings. Senator and Minister of State for Education, Vocational Training, Innovation, Digital Transformation and Information, Honorable Lavon King is representing St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the 224th session of UNESCO's Executive Board in Paris, France. Senator King is accompanied by Janelle Henry Rose, Secretary General of St. Vincent and the Grenadines National Commission for UNESCO. In her representation to the Executive Board, Senator King told the gathering that they are meeting at a time of rising conflict, profound global uncertainty, climate pressures, and declining confidence in multilateralism. Therefore, it cannot be business as usual.
UNESCO's mandate is indispensable now more than ever, and we hope that all its efforts in the fields of education, sciences, culture, communication, and information will continue to strengthen the foundations of peaceful, resilient, and inclusive societies. Identifying, preventing, protecting, and monitoring are crucial actions of UNESCO to respond to crisis. Mr. Chairperson, we thank the Secretariat for its report on the implementation of the 42C5 2024-2025 delivered under difficult circumstances.
Pointing out that structural constraints have limited UNESCO's full potential, she said financial instability remains a concern and has had tangible effects on program delivery, including cancelled and postponed activities, as well as delayed and reduced field engagement. However, she noted that the growing reliance on voluntary contributions reflects strong confidence in UNESCO.
However, the predominance of earmarked funding becomes more critical. It affects balanced implementation across sectors and adds complexity to financial management, with implications for the prioritization of activities, which is now our next main task. Therefore, we prefer to be cautious when presenting new items which are commendable, but the current financial situation does not support to add layers to the current programs, which will be subject to prioritization. We thank donors and partners and encourage greater flexibility in funding to support a more balanced impact. We also express confidence in your efforts, Mr. Director General, and those of your team to diversify funding sources and strengthen resource mobilization.
Today, Senator King and Henry Rose met with Fumika Uninata, Secretary of the Convention for the Safeguarding of the Intangible Cultural Heritage, ICH, at UNESCO. The meeting explored, among other matters, the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines' intention to cooperate the Garifuna language into the national education curriculum. Discussions were also held on advancing the recognition of 9 mornings as a protected element of the country's intangible cultural heritage. The engagement also reportedly outlined a practical timeline and a clear framework to support implementation. Fisheries Minister highlights infrastructure challenges, ongoing improvements. This and other stories coming up when we return. Stay with us.
Welcome to SeaStar.
Welcome to the upgraded SeaStar Limited,
Where we offer to almost all your household items.
They've expanded their range to sofas, dining and patio sets, beds and mattresses, wardrobes, kitchen cabinets, office furniture. That's just a few from the luxurious collection. Not forgetting their signature quality windows, doors, rails, and bathroom enclosures. Journey on up to SeaStar, where their friendly sales clerk is happy to assist. SeaStar Limited, where quality meets style.
A funeral service should be one that you can be proud of. One that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones. And that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. We are proud of the quality and class we have brought to the industry. We are proud for having trained the very first certified embalmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are proud of leading the way in terms of live streaming of funerals online so that your family members overseas could also be part of the celebration of life. We are constantly improving our services. We are driven by customer satisfaction, and we are proud of all that we do.
New Haven Funeral Home.
This Friday, April 17th, you can help realize your dreams with a lotto jackpot of $60,000. Your dream vacation, a university degree, that new ride, your new house can all suddenly be within your reach. What a Lotto Little Lotto can do. It's a lotto jackpot of $60,000 this Friday, April 17th. You have to be in it to win it.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They're doing general hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Bowman's Pharmacy, why choose us? We have all the prescriptions and over-the-counter medications, personal care products, lowest price guaranteed. Located conveniently next to the Bank of SVG on Grenville Street. Opening hours Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Email us bowmanspharmacy@yahoo.com. Call us today at 456-2235 or 593-3918. Bowman's Pharmacy, easy to find and ready to serve you.
Fisheries, a family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances. TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture. Right here at Singer. Affordable beds and mattresses. Right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store that gives you the best.
the best hire purchase deals.
Right here at Singer.
We'll outfit your home.
Right here at Singer. The #1 family store.
It's us with Singer.
Welcome back. It has been nearly 6 months since the establishment of the new Ministry of Fisheries, and the Minister of Fisheries, Honorable Conroy Huggins, says the transition has come with challenges, particularly due to the poor state of infrastructure. Speaking on radio, Minister Huggins noted that the restorative work is currently on the way.
Right now, where we are now in St. Vincent and Grenadines, after 25 years, we are literally restoring the fishery sector. So it's like where we are now, it's a major challenge. I'm telling you, it's a major challenge, because work that was done and things that should have been maintained, they were just left to ruin. So now we have to now restore all of that, and then put structures in place now to carry the industry forward.
The minister also said he has held consultations with fishermen across various zones as the ministry seeks to determine the best ways to collaborate with them and to improve their livelihoods.
We had one in Beckwith, which was massive. I mean, the guys were excited about it. We had one in Kingstown, the Kingstown Fish Market, and we also had one in Romans Bay with the fishers there. And then when we visited the sites, we engaged the people. I'm being very honest with you and with the people of St. Vincent and Grenadines. I cried literally to see the way in which the facilities, the infrastructure, were just left to ruin. Totally ruined, right? And it is really sad, because the fishery sector, it is one with great potential. It is one where employment can be created.
The Ministry of Fisheries, which was separated from the Ministry of Agriculture under the new administration, is not yet operating from its own building at the Fisheries Complex. Minister Huggins says efforts are ongoing to rehabilitate or rebuild the structure. As the Stubbs Police Youth Club prepares to launch its annual anti-crime social media competition, General Secretary Yolanda London has outlined what participants and the public can expect from this year's initiative. Speaking on the Police on the Beat program on NBC Radio, London highlighted that the competition is designed to give young people a meaningful platform to express their views on crime through creative media.
Nikena mentioned the point about giving them, giving them an opportunity to play their part. By the virtue of participating in this competition, you have the opportunity to come up with solutions. We know we cannot say prevent crime altogether, because we are dealing with humans, and but what we or this competition hopes to do is to reduce crime. So it's open to the very young people who would be given an opportunity to come up with solutions, identify crimes, and ways in which, as a country, we can really approach these crimes and aim to reduce and hopefully eradicate crime altogether.
Participants are expected to produce short, engaging videos addressing anti-crime themes with creativity and message clarity forming key components of the judging criteria. In addition, public engagement will also play a role, as likes and online interaction will contribute to the overall scoring.
On Facebook or on Instagram, it's very easy for them to get their friends and so forth to like the videos. And for example, I may not be as popular as Shane, and Shane records a video, shoots that up, I record one, but the message that I have in my video is so strong and a lot of persons could relate to it. But Shane's content may not necessarily be as strong as mine, but because he has that large following, he amassed the most likes. So what the members have decided, and I agree with, is that we're going to introduce, well, we have a panel of judges that we have already identified, and the top 3 videos that have gathered the most likes on social media would then be given to the judges to make a determination.
The annual competition continues to serve as a positive outlet for youth expression while reinforcing the importance of community involvement in building safer communities across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown eyes sweep of seats in April 30th general election. This from the region when we return. Stay with us.
The Ever-Ready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Ever-Ready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Ever-Ready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494, Ever-Ready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
I may not like you.
You may not agree with me.
We may not believe the same things.
But that does not mean I have to hate
or discriminate.
Spread love, not hate.
A message from Equal Rights, Access and Opportunities, SVG Inc.
World famous astrologer and psychic reader, he is having vast knowledge of palm reading, spiritual healing and psychic reading. He will also solve problems like negative energy removal, bad luck removal, get your love back. He's also the specialist of health problems, business problems, love, marriage. Bring your personal and professional life back on the right track. For any issue in your life, Energy has the right astrology remedy. Call now.
Courts is giving you the chance to experience the Caribbean's premier music and arts event, the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. Every Courts purchase of $2,999 or more from now to April 23rd gives you a chance to win an all-expenses-paid trip for two. To enjoy the music, the flair, and to create unforgettable memories for you and your guests. Don't miss this opportunity. Shop today, only at Courts, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at QCare Pharmacy. QCare leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. QCare Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. $230,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot for Friday, April 17th. It's $230,000. More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Welcome back. Prime Minister and Antigua and Barbuda's Labour Party leader, Gaston Brown, is confident that the momentum is with his party heading into the April 30th general elections. He says while the party will take nothing for granted, he suggests a sweep of all seats is realistic. He spoke with ABS News following his nomination as the incumbent candidate in St. John's City West on Monday.
The vibes on the ground is extremely good, extremely strong. It would appear that the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party is the favoured institution to win the upcoming polls. We're not taking anything for granted. We'll continue to work with intensity until polling day, because as you know, it's not won until it is won. And polling day will make sure that we're properly mobilized, that we're well organized. And the whole idea is to go after all 17 seats, including Barbuda.
More than $3 trillion Barbados dollars is owed to Barbados for the unpaid labor of 792,000 enslaved Barbadians. That's according to the lead researcher with Public Interest Experts, Inc., Dr. Coleman Bazelon, who conducted a study to determine the figure. He shared his findings during his presentation titled Reparations Owed to Barbados at the launch of this year's season of emancipation at Golden Grove Plantation last evening. We hear more in this report.
Overall, in Barbadian dollars, it's $3 to $4 trillion worth of harm that has been accumulated, a debt unpaid for slavery in this island. This figure, I'm gonna use U.S. dollars going forward. This figure is $600 to $700 billion for the amount of labor that was stolen from the people who were enslaved, and another trillion to trillion point three in the loss of life and the fact that people died during the Middle Passage and that their lives were greatly shortened while they were enslaved here in Barbados.
The international news is coming up next. Stay with us.
Across our Caribbean, we're going digital, working smarter and living safer online.
In Dominica, we don't fall for fake prizes. We check before we click.
In Grenada, we verify before we share, keeping our hard-earned money safe from hackers.
In St. Lucia, we report cyberbullying, protecting our children and each other.
In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we report scams fast, protecting our neighbors and our communities.
Together, we're building a cyber-smart Caribbean, keeping our people and our data safe, standing up to scams and cybercrime. We stay connected, but always alert. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. Stay smart, stay safe. Think CARD TP. Visit cardtpconnect.org.
This Friday, April 17th, you can help realize your dreams with a lotto jackpot of $60,000. Your dream vacation, a university degree, that new ride, your new house can all suddenly be within your reach. What a little lotto can do. It's a lotto jackpot of $60,000 this Friday, April 17th. You have to be in it to win it.
Tourism has many benefits to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It creates growth and a boost in economic activities, infrastructure development, job creation, entrepreneurship, and is a source of foreign exchange earnings. Supermarkets and vendors, bars, restaurants, taxis, tour guides, hotels, service providers, and many more all benefit directly from income gained through the tourism industry. Taxes collected from visitors to our country help St. Vincent's economy and its growth. Tourism is everyone's business. Live it, love it, embrace it.
Tourism is everyone's business. Yeah. Live it, love it, embrace it.
Since 2012, we have provided reliable, professional dialysis services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are now proud to offer you new solutions for your health problems. Each new solution is being delivered to you with the same high degree of care and professionalism. We also use the best technology in the delivery of our services. So, does your doctor need a precise view of what's happening inside your body? Let us perform an ultrasound for you. Ladies, if it's your breasts, then choose our mammography service. For all issues related to men and women's health at any stage in your life, our team can perform the necessary investigations to put your mind at ease and recommend solutions for your problems. If it's to see within your chest or check for broken bones and fractures, then use our state-of-the-art U-Arm X-ray service. For you aging men and women, we can now check your bone density, which will reduce any complications that may arise with overall bone health, osteoporosis, or arthritis. Health Solutions will provide answers and results in a timely, accurate manner in the most comfortable environment, while you are taken care of by well-trained and experienced staff. Please call us today at 451-2836 or 434-3170, or visit us online at healthsolutionssvg.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Health Solutions, where we are providing solutions in SVG with care.
Welcome back. On the international scene, the International Monetary Fund says the U.S.-Israel war on Iran is already weighing on the global economy. Officials say even if the war ends now, global growth will still decline slightly this year. The IMF warns tighter financial conditions could deepen the slowdown, requiring monetary and fiscal intervention. Oil-producing countries in the region are expected to face significant disruption due to the war's impact on energy supplies. We hear more in this report.
The spring meetings have begun here at the International Monetary Fund in Washington, and they've put together a forecast for exactly how much the U.S.-Israeli war in Iran is going to impact the global economy. They say the damage is already done. If it stopped today, it would still show a decrease in economic growth, a slight decrease. But then they paint a different picture for if this continues, if there's more infrastructure that's damaged, if it goes on for a very long time. They said that will slow economic growth to 2% this year and possibly raise inflation more than 6% next year.
If financial conditions tighten sharply, as in our severe scenario, and global activity deteriorates markedly, monetary and fiscal policy should be ready to pivot to support the economy and safeguard the financial system alongside appropriate financial and liquidity policies.
The economic pain will be felt different in every single country, but the experts here say it will have a severe impact on the oil-producing nations in the region. But when it comes to developing nations, they're going to feel the impact much more than they do here in the United States. They say the economic impact there will be almost twice as bad.
That's the news. Sports is just ahead with Triska Campbell. But before that, let's take a look at the local weather forecast.
The weather report sponsored by General Hardware.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentions for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices, then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Present conditions cloudy and hazy, winds east-northeast at 11 kilometers per hour, temperature 27.1 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 81%. Barometric pressure 1011.4 millibars, 24-hour rainfall trace. Today's maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature 24.1 degrees Celsius. Sunset 6:17 p.m. and sunrise will be at 5:52 a.m. The forecast, generally cloudy, hazy and breezy with scattered light to moderate showers. And the synopsis, weak unstable conditions are affecting the islands.
The weather report was sponsored by General Hardware.
World-famous astrologer and psychic reader, he is having vast knowledge of palm reading, spiritual healing, and psychic reading. He will also solve problems like negative energy removal, bad luck removal, get your love back. He's also the specialist of health problems, business problems, love, marriage. Bring your personal and professional life back on the right track. For any issue in your life, Energy has the right astrology remedy. Call now.
Good evening and welcome to the Evening Sports. I'm Triska Campbell. We hear that the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League CPL will begin on August 7th, with St. Vincent and the Grenadines hosting 3 CPL matches for the very first time at the iconic Arnesville Sports Complex. This historic milestone marks an exciting expansion in host venues for the biggest party in sports and reinforces the tournament's commitment to bringing world-class T20 cricket to fans across the Caribbean. Arnisville, long regarded as one of the region's most picturesque cricket venues, will provide a spectacular backdrop as some of the biggest stars in global cricket take to the field. The three matches in St. Vincent and the Grenadines are set for Friday, August 7th, when Jamaica Kingsmen face Antigua and Barbuda Falcons. At Saturday, August 8th, St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots will take on Trinbago Knight Riders, and on Sunday, August 9th, Antigua and Barbuda Falcons will challenge the St. Lucia Kings. All matches begin at 7 p.m. nightly. According to a release, Minister of Youth, Sports, Culture and Creative Industries in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Honorable Kashaka Cupid, says, quote, hosting CPL matches at Arnisville is a significant moment for our nation. This tournament is a premier sporting event in the Caribbean, and we are excited to welcome players, officials, and supporters from across the region and beyond. In addition to showcasing top-tier cricket, these matches present a perfect opportunity to highlight the beauty and hospitality of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, end quote. Tickets for the matches in St. Vincent are now on sale at cplt20.com. That's cplt20.com. St. Vincent and the Grenadines' senior women's team, Lady Heat, registered their first victory in the CONCACAF Women's Football Qualifiers. They beat the United States Virgin Islands women 1-0 in their penultimate third-round Group A match at the Arnisville Sports Complex last night. Cherish Laborde grabbed the winner in the 91st minute for St. Vincent and the Grenadines' women, who will close out their campaign against St. Lucia on Saturday at the Darren Sami Cricket Stadium in Gros Islet. Also yesterday, Grenada beats the Cayman Islands 3-0 at the Karani James Stadium in St. George's, Grenada, to pick up their first win as well, while Dominica drew 1-1 with Antigua and Barbuda. After suffering back-to-back defeats in their opening two matches in the 2026 Winlot Super 6 Windward Islands 50 Overs Under-19 Cricket Championships. In the Commonwealth of Dominica, Casudo Henry bagged 6 for 28 as St. Vincent and the Grenadines Under-19s picked up their first victory with a 62-run win over Grenada in round 3 yesterday at Geneva Park in Grand Bay. The scores: St. Vincent and the Grenadines Under-19s 169 of their overs and Grenada Under-19s 107. In the other match at the Benjamin's Park, St. Lucia beat host and defending champions Dominic Under-19s by 89 runs. The scores: St. Lucia Under-19s 162 and Dominic Under-19s 73. Still in cricket, Trinidad and Tobago Red Force registered the first victory of this year's Cricket West Indies Regional 4-Day First Class Championship with an innings and 271-run win over Leeward Island Hurricanes at the Coolidge Cricket Ground in Antigua and Barbuda on the third day yesterday. Amir Jangu scored a second first-class double century, while Terence Hines reached 100 for the second time in his career to lead Trinidad and Tobago Red Force to an innings and 271-run win over the Leeward Island Hurricanes inside 3 days. The final scores: Leeward Island Hurricanes 138 and 98, and Trinidad and Tobago Red Force 507 for 5 declared. That's all we end sports this evening. I'm Triska Campbell. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnisville. Call 453-9000.
This Friday, April 17th, you can help realize your dreams with a lotto jackpot of $60,000. Your dream vacation, a university degree, that new ride, your new house can all suddenly be within your reach. What a little lotto can do. It's a lotto jackpot of $60,000 this Friday, April 17th. You have to be in it to win it.
Welcome back. Thank you, Triska, for bringing us the sports. Now for a second look at the headlines. Opposition leader raises concerns over proposed constitutional amendments. Government senator says changes aim to bring clarity to specific issue. Antigua and Barbuda Prime Minister Gaston Brown eyes sweep of seats in April 30th general election. IMF warns that U.S.-Israel war on Iran could trigger global recession. And in sports, CPL gets underway 7th August in St. Vincent and the Grenadines with 3 matches. Now for a recap of the local weather forecast. The forecast, generally cloudy, hazy and breezy with scattered light to moderate showers. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Twyla Thompson, inviting you to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also, check out SVG-TV's news in 15 weekdays at 12:45 p.m. Again, thanks for viewing and enjoy the rest of your evening.
SVG's Heart and Soul. Magic 103.7, 91.5. Today's music, yesterday's hits.